with this story, where the federal government has taken a major step towards boosting affordable housing with the inspection of a 753-unit estate recovered by the EFCC and linked to the former governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele. Minister of Housing, Ahmed Dangiwa, and chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, led a joint team on an physical inspection of the site following a directive by President Bola Tinubu. The minister announced that technical assessments, including integrity tests, will begin immediately. Once certified, the housing units will be completed and sold to Nigerians via the Renewed Hope portal. Mr. Dangiwa emphasized the government's commitment to transparency and accountability, urging public officials to shun corruption. The FCC chairman stressed the importance of the visit, saying it underscores the Commission's transparency and seriousness in asset recovery. The state is now set to be integrated into the National Social Housing Program. This will come as music to the ears of a majority of Nigerians who will be looking forward to accessing this. Like we spoke about this matter yesterday, saying that a majority of Nigerians are still struggling. We still have a huge gap when it comes to this matter of housing. And I'm glad that the government is looking in this direction, saying that, okay, we'll ensure transparency in the process so Nigerians can access these buildings. 753, we know that a majority of families will be able to take advantage of this. But how affordable it will be at the end of the day for them to be able to access it, and if there will be perhaps a measure in place when we talk about mortgage payment plans and all of it to make it accessible for Nigerians, and then we ensure that we insulate it from these high-class people who might want to use their influence to get access as well.
And those high-class people already have beautiful homes. You know,
several of them. Never enough.
Never enough. Yes, I understand. I know. Because of the costs that might end up being the reality in this project, I would advise that the Federal Mortgage Bank steps in and then they come up with a payment plan. And then also we should make that portal that people will use in declaring their interest in those homes such, how do I put it, corruption proof, you know?
I agree with you.
So that ordinary Nigerians can have access to those homes. And the funny part of it is that when Emefiele was building this estate, he didn't know that he was doing a national project.
Yeah, I love that. I love that twist.
So it's a good one. Kudos to him, right?
Yeah, thanks to you.
An indirect national project. Amazing. Right, so it's a beautiful thing, especially when it's coming against the backdrop of the bill that was sponsored by Senator Idiat Adebule, which we discussed yesterday as to stripping EFCC, customs, etc., you know, from asset management, recovery and management, so that it should be managed by a designated agency to enable or foster transparency and accountability. So the fact that this is now being done, it's a good move by the EFCC. Just as you said, this was a national project in disguise.
In disguise, yes.
So as the time is coming, but the thing is, you know, the big guys will always come because we can't remove them from the bidders. So they will still likely be the highest bidder, whether by themselves or via proxy. So, but the thing is, they should just make sure that it is transparent, it is corruption-free, and the fact that we are going through the portal, Renewed Hope portal. One challenge that I have about federal governments or governments, what's it called, websites, is that they are not as efficient as they should be. If you're trying to access Yahoo, if you're trying to access Facebook, etc., you'll find it easier. But if you're accessing any government website, it's like, you know, wrestling with the internet.
It says fighting wrestling. I agree with you. Efficiency of the site is critical, since that is the way they want to go. If there are other measures the government intends to go with, ensuring that people can access this transparently, it will be key, because trust has to be built in the process of all of this. It's important that we build trust. It's important that we ensure that people see that this matter that the foundation is corruption is also corruption proof or free at the end of the day, because a lot of persons are really, really struggling to get homes. Although we do not know where it's located, I think it's in Abuja.
Yeah, it's in Abuja.
It's in Abuja.
Yeah, it's in Abuja. And I overheard TJC yesterday talking about how expensive houses are in Abuja.
You should expect millions, billions. So how affordable will it be
at the end?
Because they have to do the integrity test.
Yeah.
They are
so
doing
if that is
that already.
Exactly. If that is ascertained, and then they are able to say, yes, this is habitable, because they'll finish it and all of that, all the furnishing and all of that.
And the location will also determine the price.
The price. So that's the challenge. That's what I'm
because
saying.
Because that is what the issue is.
So this should not fall in the hands of politicians, whether through them, whether directly to them or by proxy. So it shouldn't be. We should see that, yes, someone like me should own a house in Abuja. Am I too small to have it?
No, I mean, why should you even say that?
It's a rhetorical question anyway.
So if we use the mortgage system, regular Nigerians will have access to it.
Absolutely.